Hi, I'm Dr. Harsha. I'm going to brief you today about the factors that correlate obesity and novel COVID virus. This global pandemic is affecting the vulnerable population, and obesity comes in the same segment, which is worsening the condition of COVID patients. The link between obesity and COVID is more evident now across the globe because the excess weight increases the chance of developing health problems, including heart disease, diabetes, etc. These are among the conditions which are most likely for the higher risk of COVID-19 virus complications. The increased risk for virus in the COVID illness appears pronounced with the extreme obesity, that is body mass index of 35 to 40. Body mass index of 30 is also very risky. I reckon carrying extra weight and visceral fat strains the body, and it could limit the lungs and its ability to expand. Inflammation increases with obesity. Of course, the general inflammation in our body is a natural way of our bodies to fight the intruders like viruses, but the thing is, the long-lasting inflammations isn't healthy. It causes body defense mechanism a threat. Other alarming fact is that even fat distribution in the body plays a major role. People who tend to carry more fat around their belly are more suspicious to it. Virus infects the cells by attaching receptors on the surface of the cells. And do you know what are the cells that have receptors in abundance? Those are fat cells. That is why virus sits on the fat cells. And you know, the other reason for increase in obese population during these lockdowns is almost in all the countries, we didn't leave home for several weeks to months. That had an impact on mobility of each and every individual, and it enforced the physical inactivity, which spiked this metabolic disease. And the motivation for us to work out and get rid of obesity is a fact that even the vaccine against coronavirus could be less effective in obese people. I'm saying this based on a fact that even the flu vaccine doesn't work well with a BMI over 30. Individuals with obesity are also more likely to experience physical ailments that make fighting the disease harder, such as sleep apnea, pulmonary hypertension, or cardiac stress. Obese people have weaker respiratory muscles. They have lower lung volumes, and there is increased resistance in their airways, which causes decline in oxygen saturation, making them vulnerable. They have lower oxygenation capacities also. Not just this, obesity increases risk of type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, heart diseases, and certain types of cancers and other kidney issues also. So if you're overweight, it's very important for you to start working towards shredding those extra kilos. And good news is that there are various ways now that can help you to lose weight. And now I'll tell you a 5-point mantra to reduce your weight. First one, eat healthy, balanced, and very smaller meals. To maintain your immunity and lose weight, you can include foods like proteinaceous food, fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, fish, and other grains, seeds. You should avoid fatty food, processed food, dry foods, red meat, etc. And you should fewer the sugary intake and drinking alcohol. You should avoid all of them. Second one, drink plenty of water. Lot of times I feel that thirst is mistaken for hunger, which makes you eat again and again. That's very, very risky. So if you had your meal and again you're feeling hungry, try having a glass of water first before reaching out for a odd snack. Right. Drinking adequate water can help one to lose weight and even belly fat also. It helps your metabolism to grow, which helps one burn more calories. Third one, taking antioxidants. Antioxidant is very important thing to lose weight, like green tea, etc. Will help body in burning fat, and it supports the fat loss. Limit the intake of refined sugar also. Fourth one, inadequate sleep. Inadequate sleep impacts the secretion of hormone called ghrelin, which increases appetite, and it makes the body satiated, and food intake will spike without compensating the energy expenditure. So I recommend 7 to 8 hours of sound sleep. Fifth one, exercise. No doubt your lifestyle and what you eat plays major role in your weight loss journey, but exercise plays a much important role. Regular physical activity boosts your metabolism. It helps the body burn more calories. You can do brisk walking, climbing stairs, dancing, running, etc. Lastly, I list out 12 body weight exercises which can combat your obesity. I'll anyway give you the description again, but I'm naming them so that you can practice as if now. You can do burpees, push-ups, mountain climbers, tuck jumps, squats, lunges, step-ups, thrusters, bird dogs, high knees, spot jogs or speed skaters it's called, plank, sit-ups and bicycle crunches. I'm just listing out 12 of them, and don't fear listening names of the exercise or seeing the workout videos. Understand that for every exercise we have a modified and an easy variation. I'll say you a small example. After a child was born, all of a sudden a child will not stand or walk. The baby crawls, then slowly stands and then runs. Likewise, exercise is also a process. If you're unable to do it in a one go, do it step by step. Break down the entire exercise into small steps. For example, if you're doing a burpee, you can do it in 3 stages. Likewise, if you're doing push-up, you can do a modified version by keeping your knees down, like that. So finally, the current crisis needs self-isolation. And during self-isolation, don't rely on the processed food, because it's easy when you're staying alone, it's easy to take processed food. But please try to avoid the processed food and take complete fresh foods. Thank you.